Next up on WTV, an interview with the superintendent, the first Pep Rally, and today's Sports Minute. WTV's Daily Update starts now. Hey there, Red Hawk Nation. Today is Friday, August 20th, and I'm Kirthi Gummadi with today's Daily Update brought to you by Wingspan TV. Frisco ISD is an ever-growing district with new plans and ideas constantly in play, and Wingspan was able to sit down with the man who runs it all. Here's the final part of the special interview.
One of the things we want to do is prepare our students for the future. And so we're always listening to our students and our community, and things are always changing and evolving. And so these things are just part of that process. Down through the years, we've continued to add classes on a regular basis. I won't say every year, but certainly every few years we'll add some new classes, and it's based on interest, it's based on what's going on, in the world around us, and is it an interest and a need for our students, because we want them to be able to take courses and educate themselves in areas of interest, things possibly that they might want to do as a career. This is the best place in the world to kind of get a taste of things you think you might be interested in. For example, our ISM program. I know a lot of students that have gone out and gotten a mentor and they think they want to do something with their career, but then they get into it and they go, oh man, that's not what I want to do with my life. And isn't that, to me, that's one of the best experiences you can have, is find out right now that's not something you really want to do, as opposed to going to college, spending 4 years getting a degree, and then getting out and finding out, well, this is not really what I want to do with my life. I think that's a whole lot better experience to have right now. So not only are there things you can pursue that you have an interest in, but maybe you want to try something out just to see if it is something you might like. So we're always modifying and changing our course selections and adding things, and sometimes things go away because it's not, students lose interest and we just don't have a need for it anymore. So always looking to improve and help students prepare themselves for whatever their future might be when they leave us. Sure, college is not for everyone, or they may not think it is right now, and perhaps they think they have an interest in something else. And so, for Collin College to have this technical campus and for us to be involved in it is great. It goes back to that very thing. All students have some idea of what they want for their future. Sometimes it's college, sometimes it's the military, sometimes it may be a career in some area. So I think the more opportunities we can have for students to pursue those interests, the better. For example, our own CTE center over here offers about 30 different certificates in all kinds of things, from nursing to computer networking to a myriad of different things. I think that's great for our students, because if they do have a particular area that they want to pursue, we have so many options for them right now to do that, and then we're always looking to add things if there's student interest. Well, Frisco's for years has been a fast growth school district, and many years ago, more than probably 30 years ago, this community made a decision to have smaller schools, to have neighborhood schools. As an example, Allen High School has 6,000 or 7,000 students in it. Our high schools have around 2,000 students. And that's a decision our community made a long time ago, and they wanted to continue with that model. Several years ago, we actually put out a survey to our community to see if they still wanted that model. And overwhelmingly, over 80% of the people that responded to the survey said they liked that small school community model, and as long as we can afford it and as long as we can do it, we want to continue doing that, just simply because our mission statement is to know every student by name and need. And that's a whole lot easier to do in a smaller community school environment than it is in a larger school district. Now, I'm not saying anything negative about Allen as a community, and that's what their community wants, is one big high school. And they do a really good job managing that, and I'm sure they build relationships and know their students too, but it's just a different model in Frisco, one that our community wants, and one that we really think is a good model. It's a student opportunities model is what we call it. Here in Frisco we have this year we'll have 11 first chair trombone players. In Allen's band they have one. And so there's a lot more opportunity for students to do things. We've got 11 point guards on the basketball team, and we've got 11 quarterbacks, and there's just a lot of opportunity for our students. And I personally love that model, and I'm glad our community still supports it. Well, I think, more than anything, particularly over the last year and a half, I've been really proud of our students. I've been proud of our families and our teachers, everybody associated with the Frisco ISD community. We've had to deal with a lot of challenging situations, and it seems like it just continually changes, and there's always a new challenge. And ultimately, by and large, everybody's done really well with this, and we've responded well, and I know it's emotional sometimes, and I know there are differing opinions and differing points of view, but ultimately everybody wants the same thing. We want y'all to have a really good education and be able to go on and do whatever you want to do and be successful at it. And if you can clear away all that other stuff, I think that's what everybody really wants, even the people that don't necessarily see eye to eye. We all want you to be successful. We want you to have a good experience. We want you to enjoy going to school here and get a good education.
For this year's first Pep Rally, students will be saying aloha to a new year. WTV's Alicia Hernandez has the details.
Due to COVID-19 safety guidelines, Pep Rallies were held virtually last year, but this year the school is making an effort to have them in person.
So I know I speak on behalf of student council, but we are all really excited that we are going to be back and have pep rallies again. I know as a senior, it's really cool to just see some of those traditions come back.
However, pep rallies will not look like some students in campus may remember.
And we're just really excited to just have a pep rally regardless of how they're going to look. What we do know is they are going to look a little bit different. I personally don't know what that's going to quite look like. We're still kind of ruling some things out and figuring out how pep rallies are going to run this year. They might look different every single time, but all I do know is that we are all really excited to be back and have the school event and start new traditions. So, yeah.
Even though pep rallies may not be completely back to normal, Red Ruthen's Gabriela Godoy is looking forward to being able to perform pep rallies in person.
I'm really excited for next week's pep rally because since last year we couldn't have pep rallies, and this year is my senior year. I'm just really excited because school spirit and football season, so I can enjoy my senior year with real life pep rallies because they're way more fun than virtual ones.
The first pep rally is currently scheduled to take place Thursday. Reporting for WTV, this is Alicia Hernandez.
Red Hawk Athletics has a busy weekend. WTV's TJ Krylowicz brings you a preview on today's Sports Minute.
After going 6-5 last year and making the playoffs for the first time in 10 years, the Red Hawk football team will look to build on that as they start their season up tonight with a scrimmage against Royce City.
One is I think there is some natural momentum just in the fact that we've played. 3 years ago we had 15 sophomores that are now seniors, and so there's the experience factor. But then the second thing I think also is that, as I told the guys, you don't get to write checks on last year's account. You gotta fill up the account this year. So it's twofold. I mean, we do have some confidence, but we still got to take care of business.
Our game plan for Friday is just to get better at our plays and what we do. We're not really worried about Royce City. We're more thinking ahead to our Reedy game. So I think we're going to practice a lot of the stuff we're going to do against Reedy and just things we're going to try throughout the season.
Junior starting quarterback Keldrick Luster was a standout last year before his injury as he led the DFW Metroplex in both passing and rushing.
My personal goals for the season is for us to come more together as a family and go farther than we did last year. I feel like last year was just we're getting new to the whole playoffs thing, but I feel like the way that we play, we can keep the playoffs consistent.
The game tonight will be at 7 p.m. at the Nest. The volleyball team has been busy recently. Here are the scores from yesterday's matches. Volleyball will start up District 9 to 5A play next week when they play Reedy on Friday. Tennis starts up its District 9 to 5A season today with a matchup against their Rollator Street rival school Centennial.
I love the team aspect of fall tennis, and that's something I'm definitely looking forward to. We have a lot of new freshmen this year on the team, so we're excited to see how they do as well. Centennial is a really strong rival. They beat us last year. It was pretty close, but definitely I think we have overall a better team this year, so hopefully we can beat them tomorrow.
The team match will begin at 4 p.m. at the Nest. Another fall sport to start this weekend will be cross country, who will get up early tomorrow for the Northwest Texans relays.
Well, the meet on Saturday is different than anything we've ever done before. It's unique in that we're actually going to run a relay. So instead of everyone running 3 miles on their own, they're going to split the 3 miles. So one person will run 1.5 miles, and the next person will run 1.5 miles. So my expectation for Saturday is just we're going to have a lot of fun, and it's going to be a unique challenge since we've never done it before.
The team will participate in 7 different races before going into the District 9 to 5A meet.
Yeah, we've got a few guys on the team, including me and my brother, we're all seniors, and we really want to give it everything we've got this year because we want to make sure we have nothing left in the tank, and just run as hard as we can every single meet, just to make sure that we don't have any regrets later on. Say we didn't run that extra hard at the end of the race. We just want to leave it all out there.
The relay will start at 7 a.m. at Northwest High School. Reporting for WTV Sports, this is DJ Krylowitz.
If you are looking for more from Wingspan, you can follow us at Liberty Wingspan on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or visit our award-winning website, libertywingspan.com. And now for today's announcements. All Liberty students interested in auditioning for our school's 2021 fall musical, Bright Star, can find important audition tips, requirements, and resources using the QR code below. If you're a competitor at heart and are looking for a sport where you would compete against people your own size, come join the Red Hawk Wrestling team. Come discover just how great you really can be. Speak with Coach Bridwell in G106 today. The Red Hawk Wrestling team is also looking for 2 managers that can help prepare the team and travel with them to all of their meets during the wrestling season. Stop by G106 and talk to head coach Bridwell. Yearbook portraits for freshmen, sophomores, and juniors will be in the library during English classes Thursday and Friday next week. Staff members can go either day. Seniors must call Southern Images at 972-414-6884 to book their free cap and gown portrait session to be in the yearbook. Email breenk@friscoisd.org for more information. That's it for today's Daily Update. This is Kirthi Gummadi for Wingspan TV.